Hi there. Good evening to each one of you. I welcome you all once again with me. My name is Kamini Sharma. I work very closely with young minds to facilitate the process of learning. A TEFL certified international trainer with 5 years of experience in teaching. Well, today's video is on speaking. Yes, talk, communicate, speak. So today's video is on speaking skill. In my previous video, I mentioned a language consists of 4 fundamental skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are the 4 skills which make a language, which form a language, which help us to acquire a language. And in the previous video, we touched listening skill. Yes, we discussed and we spoke about listening skill. Today, I'm going to speak about speaking, talking, communication. Speaking skill is the topic. Right then, why is speaking skill important? Why is this skill important? Well, the first reason why speaking skill is important is that it enables a person, an individual, to convey his ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, message to another person or a group of people, thereby initiating the process of communication. Was I clear? I'll tell you once again. Speaking skill is important because it enables a person to convey, thereby initiating communication, the process of communication. Now, speaking skill is also important because it helps. This is the second reason, people. Speaking skill is important because it enables, it equips a person to communicate effectively without being misunderstood. Yes, if you have knowledge of speaking skill, you will say exactly what you want to, you'll be clear without any room for misunderstanding, right? So these were 2 reasons why is speaking skill important according to me. Now, one more thing I want to tell you here, that there is a relationship between listening and speaking. Now, what is this relationship? Well, listening skill and speaking skill act as supplementary in language learning. Therefore, both these skills should be taught in coordination with each other. Yes, because if you don't listen, you will not understand. If you don't understand, how will you speak? Right? Let's say if some person is saying something to you and you're not able to comprehend that, how are you going to reply back, or how are you going to communicate with that person? So yes, listening and speaking go hand in hand. They should not be taught or acquired in isolation. Right then, so let's see which activities can we use to develop speaking skill in a child, right? So the first activity is, it's the most popular one and it's the ultimate favorite of children. Which is this activity? Well, this is rhymes and kid songs. Yes, rhymes. Example, Baba Black Sheep, 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe, Old MacDonald had a farm, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Yes, these are few examples of rhymes which encourage, which encourage children to develop speaking skill. Yes, because they listen to the rhyme and then they repeat. They repeat they say, they speak. So rhymes and kid songs is a good activity, is an ancient, I don't know since when we've been using this. Yes, as a kid, I remember, saying this. So 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, pick up. No, 3, 4, on the floor, 5, 6, pick up the sticks. So yes, it's a fun way. Trust me, kids enjoy, kids absolutely love listening to rhymes because they are musical. They have a background music, they have a musical tone, and they just enjoy their time singing along. So go ahead, sing a rhyme with them and help them build listening, sorry, help them build speaking, right? The second activity, again, this is a very old one, and I remember playing this as a child in a birthday party. Yes, it's called Chinese Whisper. I'm sure you must have heard of it, haven't you? Well, tell me in the comment box, okay? Did you ever play this as a child in a party or in a group? Well, I played and I had a lot of fun. It's a good way to develop habit of speaking. And like I said, listening and speaking, they go hand in hand. So they got to listen and then they got to speak it out. Chinese Whisper, what happens in this is, you can have this in two people, in two children, or you can have it in a group of children. Well, it works best when there are more children. You can form a group, you can sit around in a circle. The first child, or you can just pick on any child and you can whisper into his ear. Let's say, let me give you an example of a Chinese whisper. She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. Yes, this is one Chinese whisper. You can simplify it. You can just Google out Chinese whisper for children, and you can pick anyone from there. And you can do this as a parent to a child. You can whisper something into his ear and you can ask him to speak it out. Yes, it's fun, it's cool. It'll engage the child, and this is exactly what we want. Engagement of a child in the process of learning through activity, through fun, through play. Right. The third one, which I feel works good, is this activity where you're using phrase called, wait, let me just show you something. Okay, just give me a moment. Just 1 second. Right, so I have this with me. Yes, it's called I like. It's a phrase, I like. And there's one more, just a minute. I don't like. I don't like. Now what you can do is, you can have your child with you, or as a teacher you can have children, and one by one you can ask the child or children one by one that, let's say, you tell them banana. Now, how many of you like banana? So you can make flashcards like these, and you can give 2 of them, because it goes together. I like, I don't like, right? I like, I don't like. So both of them go together. You can hand over these 2 to the child or to the children in your class, and then you can say any object. Like, let's start with fruits. I'm saying banana. I'm giving you an example, people. Banana. So I'm going to say, okay, now you tell me, do you like or you don't like bananas? So the child will, if he likes banana, he will show you this and he will say, I like banana. If a child does not like, he will say, I don't like bananas. Yes, this is the way they're going to build on language. They're going to speak the language, and you can try this with n number of things: vegetables, toys, colors, objects, right? So I like, I don't like. This was the third activity. Very quickly, which was the first one? Rhymes and kid songs. The second one? Chinese whisper. The third one, I like, I don't like. Now, the fourth activity, which again works pretty good with the children, is using flashcards. Now, like I told you, listening and speaking work in coordination. They go hand in hand simultaneously. They're supplementary in acquiring a language. So what you can do is, I have this little flashcard with me, and you can show this to a child. You can make flashcards yourself at home or in class, and you can show this to a child, and you can tell him, this is a joker. Joker works in a circus. He is very good in making people laugh. Joker is a funny man, right? So they are listening to you, and then you can ask them to repeat. This is one thing. The other thing is, you can just pick up the flashcard, you can show them, and you can ask them, what is this, class or child? What is this? So if they know, they're going to say it's a joker, and then you can tell them, or you can ask them, can you speak a few lines on joker? So if they know about the joker, they're going to speak. But if they don't know, it's completely fine. Trust me, you are here to help them in acquiring the language. So you got to be supportive throughout. So you can say first, they will listen, and then they will repeat. So they are developing listening, speaking together. One more example. I have one more flashcard. What is this? Well, you can ask the class, you can show them this flashcard, you can ask them, what is this? What do you see here? Well, if they know, they're going to say it's a horse. And then again, you can ask them, would you say a few lines on horse? Do you know a few lines on horse? If you know, go ahead and tell. Okay, so then they're going to say, if they don't know, you can tell them about this, about the horse. You can say, a horse runs fast. Yeah? A horse likes to eat gram and grass. A horse is a very powerful animal, right? So yeah, these little things, they go a long way in helping a child build his language in a fun way. Keep it simple, keep it fun. That's when the children will develop interest and they will acquire language effortlessly. So yes, these were my flashcards, and this activity was, the fourth one was using flashcards with children. Now, the fifth activity and the last one that I have for today is story. Yes, what better than a story? Now, you could tell them a story in a class, any story, just remember the age and the level of the child. It's very important. Two things whenever you're dealing with children, two things are very important to be kept in mind when you're dealing with children. And which are these two things? The age of the child or children and level of the child or children. When I say level, I mean the language level. At which level of the language is he? Accordingly, you have to build your activity or prepare your activity. Okay? So remember the age and the level. Right. So, story. Yes, you can just narrate a story, a Cinderella story, or the Lion and the Mouse story, or any story. You can just narrate, you can get a storybook, you can narrate a story, a popular story to a child or to the children in the class. And before the story ends, stop. Yes, the activity is to stop and ask the children to come up with a different ending. Yes, a popular story which they have heard or you are narrating, to stop right at the closure and ask them to conclude the story, to give a different story, or what according to them can be the ending of a story. So yes, these were few activities which will definitely help your child, your children to build speaking skill in coordination with listening skill. And one important thing that I want to mention here is to each one of you, practice. Yes, this is what I want to tell you. Practice. You've heard of this word, haven't you? You have. And you've also heard that practice makes a man perfect. The same goes with children. Yes, little children. Because little children have this tendency of forgetting very quickly, you just move your head that way and they forget. It's that quick for them. Things just slip out of their head, they forget easily. That is why it becomes very important with the little children to drill. What is drill? To practice. Every single day, just practice with them, just speak with them, just make them listen, make them understand, and make them speak it out. It will work wonderfully and it will work very fast. Trust me, they are very sharp. Kids are very sharp, they are blessed, they can acquire things very quickly. So make use of that every day. Make it a routine to talk to them, to converse with them in English. Yes, because we are focusing on language English, right? So before I say bye-bye to you, I want to end this video on a Benjamin Franklin quote. I'm going to read the quote out, so don't mind. Just listen to it very carefully. It's a beautiful and it's a very meaningful quote, right? So Benjamin Franklin says, or in words of Benjamin Franklin, tell me and I forget, teach me I may remember, involve me and I learn. Yes, so the word that I'm going to stress in the quote here is involvement. Involvement is important. It's paramount when you're dealing with children or even adult. The process of learning, involvement is paramount in learning, in the process of learning. Even, if you're acquiring a skill or you're acquiring a language or you're studying something or you're experimenting something, involvement is important. It's vital, right? So also, personally, if I have to share my experience with you as a mother of a 4-year-old and an educator, I would say that experiential learning works best. Yes, experiential means when the child is experiencing, when he is involved in the process of learning, it will work beautifully. He will understand whatever you are trying to put across. So that's it for today, people. If you found my video resourceful, useful, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It's very heartwarming and it's encouraging, it's motivating, it's a booster dose for me. Right then, I'll see you very soon with my next video, and we're going to talk about reading skill, the third skill in the language. Until then, stay safe, stay indoors. Like I always say, happy learning. Bye bye.